Okay, so this is Danielle over at 𝐷IYDanielle.com, and today I'm going to work on turning this basic t-shirt with a v-neck into a Luisa shirt for Halloween. So what I've done is I've seam ripped a small area in each of the arm cuffs, I guess. You just tear away your seam ripper to pick at one of these rows, and you just want a little area about like that big so you can feed your elastic through. So I've fed my elastic through, and you want it to be a little bit scrunchy, but not too scrunchy. I'm just going off the pictures. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to sew these two together, and then I'm going to go ahead and close up the gap I created. Then I'm going to repeat the same thing with the opposite side of the shirt. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's not perfect, but you can see the arms now have like a little bit of a stretch to them, so they hug the biceps a little bit better. So the next thing is I noticed she has some lace on the bottom of her shirt, so I'm just sewing on some luxury wedding lace. It's some old stuff that I had, and I just sewed a medium wide zigzag stitch around the bottom, and I'm going to go around and do the same for the top. Make sure you're not stretching the shirt while you're doing it, because of course it's a stretchy shirt, so I'm not sure how well this will go on. And I'm sewing above the bottom seam here, just for personal preference. At the end, I folded it over, and I'm gonna like go up and sew up this way and then back around. Okay, so I'll show you the lace here. So there's the lace, it's sewed on both sides. It still seemed to stretch a little bit. It's really hard because it's a knit shirt, and this is obviously not a knit lace. If you can get one that's stretchy, it'll probably be a little better, and you could even maybe stretch it a little to make the shirt kind of what's the word? Do scrunchy stuff at the waist. Oh my goodness, the words fail me. But you could do that, but obviously I'm just using what I have, and I think it'll look good anyways. So the next thing I'm going to do is I cut some vinyl. So I'm going to show you what I did. I just cut some little rectangles to iron on to show the threading around the neck. Yes, I could have embroidered the neck. We're not going to do that. This is a knit shirt. That would have been a pain. I don't like it. So I'm going to sew on a button, but the rest of the, or not a button, I'm going to sew on a ribbon in the middle at the bottom of the V, but the rest of the stitching is going to be HTV, so that I'll iron that on, which is a little easier. So I'm going to get that started and heated up, and I'm going to go weed this section here. Okay, so the nice thing about weeding this is you can just kind of pull it back here. Nothing gets caught up like it would if you had letters. I can't do it without my tripod, which I don't want to pull out, but you can see it just pulls right off here. So I've got this shirt, I've got the mat tucked in between here, and what you're going to notice is I'm going to go do the first row first, and then I'm going to do a second row, but there's going to be a bow right here, so there's not a second row right in the middle here. It starts off here. Okay, so now I've laid out my HTV. What I did is I cut all the little pieces in and spaced them out how I want. So now I'm just going to press them and remove the plastic, maybe. I may wait because I want to protect it when I do the second row. I don't want the vinyl melting to the shirt. But yeah, so I'm starting with the first row. I'm actually going to do the back too, even though obviously... well, I guess you do see her back occasionally in the show, but, you know, obviously that's not like, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I'm going to do the back. Okay, so at this point I've added all of my heat transfer vinyl here. So this is just regular red. I took some red ribbon and just tied it in a little teeny bow, and I threaded a needle so I can sew on my bow right here in the middle, just like Louisa's shirt. I also did the back. I messed up here a little, but I did the back as well. So no bow in the back. My hair will cover most of it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to take a video of me hand sewing because it's slow. But I'm going to sew it right here. Okay, so there is the finished shirt. We've got our yeah, our sleeves, our bow, our pretend embroidery, And we've got some lace sewn on here. So that is finished. I'm gonna go work on my skirt now.